Hello and welcome back to another OmniHeroes video. In this video, we're just going to go through Rift Odyssey stages 41 through to 60, hopefully. So we'll see. Now, the team that we need to use is a Dooms team. So let's go ahead and build ourselves a Dooms team. Should be relatively easy, and I wanted to try out Arthur specifically on this team. Now, the team setup that I've been going for with Arthur is this team right here, using Doris as well. So having Doris on this back row with Athena and Halissa in the front row, I know there's probably more optimal setups, something probably along the lines of having Ophelia in there, and potentially having Dahlia in there as well to swap with Arthur to power him up and also power up the reflect rate as well. But I think for now we'll just stick with Doris and we'll stick with Athena, putting these two here as well. So every time, in case you don't know, with Arthur, every time that you deal reflect damage, you deal an additional 5% reflect damage back, which is equal to Arthur's health specifically. So let's go ahead and pop in our Whirling Blade to increase reflect rate, and then we'll go with the Demon Blade Whip as well in order to beat this. And let's just test him out. Let's just see how far we can take him in these particular matchups. We'll watch this first one. We will watch stage 45, and then we'll also watch stage 50 as well. So as you can see, the basic premise is to get as many buffs as possible on the team. So as you can see, we're already up to 15 stacks of health for the team here, and it seems to be working out very well. Enemies just crumbling because they don't have the health high enough to sustain this reflect rate as it is. Now, I don't think we've even got the right artifacts in here either. So I believe when Sanctuary is triggered, that's the artifact that you want to use. Your attack goes up by 250%. So let's go ahead. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's not a bad set of artifacts here. But yeah, I think these will be much better. We'll take out you, put in the Splash Axe instead. And let's keep going. Just want to see how far we can actually push this particular team. Again, it is full of non-DD units, so we don't get that Celestials buff that we would normally get with Arthur. Now, he does remove Holy Shield, which is very good for us in the fact that we want these enemies to be taking as much reflect damage as possible. So here we go. When an enemy takes action, with thanks to Doris, specifically, we now reflect a lot of the damage back. We're also increasing our reflect rate with Merlin. We're also increasing our attack stacks with Athena. Yeah, looks absolutely fantastic. So yep, all good here. And let's keep pushing through. Again, you could just take out Arthur and replace him with any Dooms at this point within the actual missions themselves or these stages. You could use this team to blast through the entirety. Oh, Arthur down. But we effectively we would use the entirety of these non-DD units, replacing Arthur again with any Dooms unit, and it'll probably take you the entire way through all of Abyss. But we've got the Holy Shield reflection here, and we've stopped the debuff from being applied. As you can see, it pops up in white text, and that's every time one of Talanas's debuffs are applied. It also then applies to the rest of the team as well. Or what it does, it reflects it back to the actual unit that applied it. So in that case, Talanas would have been hit with a lot of debuff. Now, to beat Lachesis, you need Gwyn. If you are struggling with that mission, the healing too much, you do need Gwyn in order to beat it. And the reason for that is because of his speed. He is a very, very slow unit, but that works out in your favor when you do use him against that Lachesis, in the fact that he will act after Lachesis has applied the revitalization effect, which means that the enemies won't heal at the end of the round. So this here I think is absolutely fine. We should just be able to push forward, but let's go ahead and have a watch of this team in action. So yep, Arthur takes action. He removes any holy shield that the enemy might have built up. That's only for PvE. He doesn't do that in PvP. But it looks like here we're absolutely fine. Yeah, looks like we're absolutely fine. They've got to keep coming back over and over and over again, but as you can see, every time they do take action, we are also reflecting all of that damage straight back to them. And that is before and after, it's what makes Doris such a powerful unit and why she was so required. So every time, yeah, not bad. Every time, everybody went after Doris. Doris and her half-red runes for the Doomsdayers synergy. It was very powerful at one point in the meta, and now hopefully Doris will jump back into the meta with the introduction of Arthur as well. So here we do take a bit of poison or corrode damage, but seems absolutely fine. And then we'll apply more reflect rate and HP rate as well. So yeah, looks good. Merlin to do the most, Athena and Doris. Now we can jump into stage 50. So this is the Phantom Queen. Her minions performing a basic attack debuffs 1 HP. Performing a basic attack deducts 1 HP, granting the Queen. Granting the ability to enhance the Phantom Queen's damage reduction, and it's 15% per, so it's a total of 60% damage reduction, I believe, from all of her minions. So she attacks 2 random enemies 4 times, dealing 15 damage per time. I don't think that's correct. Attacks all enemies, reducing attack by 50% for 3 rounds. Attacks all enemies 4 times, dealing 100% per time. And the damage received won't exceed 5% of max HP. And increases the resist by 100% and crit resistance rate by 100% as well. And after receiving 5 instances of active skill damage, counters with a basic attack, Leech is temporarily increased by 100% during the counterattack, so she's going to heal a lot of health over the course of the battle. Now this here, there's no 2 ways around it. You just need to survive through to the end of the fight here. So these minions, as you can see, we're at 1 of 30 rounds. These minions will have around 21 HP or so. And so by the end of that, they'll have done enough basic attacks in order for us to win. Now this team is basically reliant on the reflect mechanic as well. So we will, or we should be, reflecting back. If you are having a problem with this stage in particular, I would suggest the Blades of Chaos. And also single target damage at the back over here. Now it looks like there's multi-instance damage of reflect, so able to do more than 5% HP per time. Now Arthur won't be able to hit this unit at all unless these front 2 units die. Arthur won't be able to hit these units at all. Merlin definitely will, but only able to do a maximum of 5% damage. Now we do increase our own reflect rate as well. So as you can see, reflect rate has gone through, and Doris here even able to do a lot of damage there. That's the 5% that we see. So going through at a very good pace. I think we'll be done sort of by round 8, round 9. It looks like, unless we do massive damage to this boss somehow. Potentially Halissa gets a strike on this boss and doesn't go for one of these front minions. But it looks like because this boss is attacking quite frequently, we are... Look at that. So every time, the way that Arthur's passive works, every time an enemy deals reflect damage or is dealt reflect damage, you will increase your HP and you'll increase your attack as well. Now that's up to 50 stacks, and that is different from the normal attack increase. So there we go, easy enough with the reflect damage in there. Doris to do almost as much as Halissa. So let's go ahead and have a look at the stats. Yeah, as you can see, reflect doing the most here, and then that's how much health the boss actually has, which is 33k, so it's not altogether too bad. Now we'll jump into our Avengers team. Now, the Avengers team, typically the one that you want to run. This is probably the best Avengers team that there is around. You've got your 3 Phantoms and you have 2 Monarchs as well, Aphrodite and Mavis being the Monarchs, and then you've got Janna, Nerissa, and Althea as the the Phantom synergy on here. But what we want to do for this is we'll build a very similar team, but we'll leave Aphrodite out because not many people actually have up to 3-star Aphrodite. As you can see, I've got 4-star. If we do need to, we need to. But what I'm going to do is pop in our Selene in the back, and it's because of the Elysian synergy and the Astral synergy that comes along with the Avengers this season. So we're going to pop in Chest. We will pop in the Sphere, and we will pop in Hand of Tyr as well. You can go with Healing Vase, Blaze of Chaos, and Hand of Tyr as your relics. Those are absolutely fine, and we'll probably see through. The reason I put Sal in the back and not up the front here is because of the Elysians synergy within the actual Avengers framework. And we do get our dragon as well. Unfortunately, the dragon kind of negates the Stranger's effect from Janna. So what happens is every time a unit dies, we didn't change these. I don't think it's. Oh, we probably could have changed that because we don't do reflect damage. But it kind of nerfs Janna and what she's trying to do. You need freeze. Oh, that's cool. And that's because of the update for Victoria. So Victoria has had an update along with a couple of other units where they will freeze, and it looks like that passive has been applied to this enemy team here as well. But as we said, it kind of nerfs Janna specifically because she wants to bring in as many of those strangers as possible. Now this dragon, it does revive as well, so the dragon will revive and bring it'll trigger the death triggers for Sal. It'll trigger the death triggers for Nerissa and the death triggers for Janna as well. It also does a follow-up attack or a combo attack every time you use every time an active skill is used. Typically, the dragon will follow up with an attack as well, dealing that damage to enemies here. So we do. It looks like Themis is just frozen here still. It is what it is. Sometimes you get these buggy glitches. So Sal to do the most here, as you can see, did massive damage, 147 million, compared with how much damage there is there, or damage taken. He does put in the work, so I think we can go ahead and progress with this team. Absolutely fine with the team in question. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't change up our relics. So, our artifacts. So let's go and change up the artifacts. We'll quick deploy, and it's given us these. Counter passive effects is doubled. Upon death, increase max HP of allies by 400%, and then after triggering dodge, retaliates with a basic attack. So these are absolutely fine. I think potentially you can take this one out, and you can put in the spear here, because we are going to want to heal quite a bit through this team. Another method that you can go through is putting Sal in this front slot here. You pop him in this front slot, and you allow for Persephone to perform her active heals on him. You want him to take as much damage as possible in order for you to for his exclusive runes to work and to heal back up. So there you go, 6 out of 6 rounds, and it looks like Sal to beat the enemies here. So absolutely fine. Yeah, easy enough. So it is taking 8 rounds in order to beat these guys, and that is because the Avengers are probably the slowest team known to man. Now Minotaur is not particularly tough, but he does apply 10 stacks of increased defense on enemies. So in order to beat this, what you would do is you would take out Nerissa, or you would take out Althea, and instead you would put in Lachesis. Now Lachesis will wipe out the Holy Shield, she'll wipe out any stacks of defense increase that Minotaur is providing when she performs her ultimate. So it is once every 3 rounds, but it usually is good enough. Now, Althea, again, been bumped up with that freeze mechanic. So as you can see, Katrina has been frozen for 1 round. If we were to apply that freeze mechanic again, then she would be frozen for 2 rounds instead. So it's effectively cumulative. So it'll pick up. So it will last for a round, and then if you add an additional stack on, it will effectively double up how long they're frozen for. So as you can see, Dorabella frozen here, and Sal not doing altogether too much because of those defensive stacks. But I have no doubt here that we'll be able to push through. Yeah, absolutely fine. So because we're applying Sanctuary as well, Themis not able to do a lot of damage. I suspect in the previous matchup where we only had Sal and Althea left, it is because Themis was or did kill one of our units here, and as a result she killed a lot of the other units as well. So yeah, it is what it is. This is going to take a very, very long time. And to be fair, it may be that we don't even pass this stage because Minotaur keeps... because Minotaur keeps pumping up the rest of the team. So there's Sal building up his attack and defense as well. So just his attack in this case. Now what's funny is you can run your 3 Avengers, but also then run 2. You can run 2 Ethereals, not Ethereals, Glorians, and that will give you the Void Hunters synergy, which is so powerful. I love that. Really, really powerful. So Sal building up, able to take down shields nearly. And these shields are equal to Katrina's attack, so enemy Katrina's overall attack. But it does look like we're missing a lot of these. They're missing a lot, which is good and it's bad for us. It's just going to take a long time to beat these guys, and for Sal to build up enough attack, primarily because none of our units are dying. We could really do with a lot of our units dying. In order for Sal to start building up his attack. I mean, he's still got Holy Shield. We don't have anything that does apply Holy Shield. We don't have anything that copies Holy Shield on the team here. It is just the Deviant synergy that we got at the very start. Again, we got a miss and another miss. That's the power of those dodge runes, to be honest. But I don't think... Yeah, we're just not doing enough damage there. So let's go ahead and let's try a different team setup. So we will go with... Looks like Solomon is actually very capable of beating these guys. But again, I'll show you that Lachesis build up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. In fact, we can take Mavis out and we will pop in... go on, let's try Solomon. And let's see if we can build up enough attack and see how much damage we actually do when they don't have that defense increase in there. So you'll see in a minute, after this first round is out of the way, Lachesis here will remove any buffs that the enemies have. She gets that at 8 stars. So when she does hit 8 stars, she will remove all buffs from all enemies, which means that Holy Shield stacks, shield stacks, attack stacks, defense stacks, HP stacks, they all go away. So as you can see, not doing too much damage here, but we're doing enough to shields. So it looks like we're doing a lot more here, but it's because we don't have the defense up from Minotaur. Again, if you do want to counter that, you can use Solomon in this particular one, but we're not going to. We're going to use Lachesis. As you can see, that will remove any increased defense, and Solomon here, just in case that didn't work, we have a backup as well. So we increase our attack with thanks to the Blood Sweep Spear, and we also taunt enemy units, specifically Karnak and Themis in this one. So hopefully Sal will start taking a lot of damage here. Yeah, there we go. So because Sal has started to take damage, what we're going to do is we're going to heal back up now, and that will increase his attack permanently. So he converts 20% of that healing that he received into attack. So the higher his health pool and the more he heals back up, the stronger he becomes. It's a lot of people aren't aware, but it is infinite. So specifically, Sal can increase his attack infinitely so long as he doesn't die, and he heals the health back up. So you see his attack goes up there, but the problem is that he was at full health. So he didn't gain that healing as attack. It's only the Blood Sweep Spear that's doing that. Oh, it's getting a bit laggy now. Don't like this. But yeah, so Sal just able to one-shot enemies here. I think on this round, yeah, so Lachesis will remove any buffs that enemies have. Janna, she will build up slowly over the course of the battle, but you really need your units to die for Janna to be effective. Again, doesn't work altogether too well with the dragon there. I think it will start to work really effectively in PvP because the dragon has an unlimited amount of revives. So, yeah, it is what it is. So let's power through. I think we can take Solomon out of this particular lineup. It seemed to work out relatively well, but I think we can take Solomon out of this lineup. He does work well with Sal. Specifically, they share the Strikers synergy. And let's go ahead and put in Aphrodite. So we've seen the teams do work. And let's go ahead and see how much more effective this team is with Aphrodite in it. Again, probably could do with taking Lachesis out and putting Mavis in this front slot here. But I don't think it's particularly needed. So looks like, yeah, it's not bad. It's okay. So it took a bit longer to beat these guys. And it'll probably take a bit longer now to beat these guys. Because 7 rounds, not so bad. I was going to say because we haven't really got a buffer on here, so there's nobody really buffing the team. I think that is where the new unit, so the new Avengers unit Dio-chan will come in. So let's just have a quick check. She's more an enchanter than anything else, but applies Bewitch, and Bewitch is effectively Confuse, I believe. Because here, yeah, it just describes Confuse. So I think Bewitch is Confuse every time she does an attack, and she's also an enchanter if you do get that synergy. Now this is a counter. We do have a hard counter in the form of, I believe it's Lachesis. Let's just have a quick check. Yeah, Lachesis counters Fortitude. So every time Lachesis takes action, she will remove any Fortitude that has been applied already. Unfortunately, she's a bit too quick. If that makes sense. So she has a much higher speed than this enemy Persephone. This enemy Persephone will apply the Fortitude effect after Lachesis has taken action. But it should be fine because Lachesis will remove that Fortitude effect when... so yeah, she'll remove that Fortitude effect, this one here, when she does her next attack. So fortunately... Yeah, there we go. So it's removed the Fortitude effect from the end of the last round, and now enemies here not able to gain that Fortitude. So Sal building up his own attack as well, and I think we should be good on this one. It's a shame that Sal's not taking any damage. He really does need that damage to be taken in order for him to start building up. But it is what it is. Oh, that was a big miss. Okay, so fortunately we're taunted on this round, and it's not next round. And Solomon's frozen as well. Yeah, so as you can see, doing quite big damage with Sal now. But again, it's just such a slow team. Like you expect round 15, 16, sorry, 50, round 11, round 12, something along those lines, in order to beat this enemy, or to beat any enemy really. Just because it takes so long for the Avengers to actually build up. When they do build up, they just out damage just about every team. Besides, you know, Cleo and Dahlia swapping with Astrid and all that sort of stuff. So again, we got missed. Double fortitude on that Sal there. Unfortunately, it's going to get taken right off here by our Lachesis. So fortitude has been dispelled. Come on, give me a big hit here, Sal. Come on. There we go. Much better. So I think over the course of the next couple of rounds, we're going to see Sal do more and more damage for us, which is what we want. Now, enemies are effectively back up to full health every round. It's okay because we're picking up damage now. And there you go, Sal doing a fair bit. Solomon has been frozen, which is what we like. And now Fortitude's been applied to him. Weird. There we go. We removed any debuff from enemy Sal, and and Janet building up her attack still. With Cleo, every time she removes a debuff, she will also remove. She will also gain an increase in attack as well. So just see. Yeah, so enemies back up to full health. Let's go ahead and see. Yeah, so round 11, close enough, and Sal to do the most. So that is, between 41 and 60 of Abyss level difficulty in Rift Odyssey. Let me know what you guys think. Do you want to see any other team builds? Is there anything I should focus on when doing these videos? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you can subscribe, would be really appreciated. I'm trying to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark, and can only do that with your help. So if you go ahead and click subscribe. Thanks for watching. You have a great day.